So, you're an expert in your field, and you're ready to build a brand that really stands out, right? Well, today we're diving into the playbook for entrepreneurs, based on the book Podcast Secrets for Entrepreneurs. We're going to show you step by step how to build your own show that actually builds your business. Let's start with a big question. What if you had your own show? Think about that for a second. It's so much more than just posting content. The most successful people out there, they don't just share random stuff. They create a destination, a place people want to come back to. A show is their secret weapon for building a real, lasting connection with an audience. And this really gets at the difference between two totally different strategies. On one hand, you've got spray and pray. You know what this is. It's just noise, random posts on social media, hoping something, anything sticks. But on the other hand, you have narrow and deep. Now this is how you become an authority. It's about creating focused, super valuable content that pulls the right people in and makes them want to listen. And guess what that narrow and deep strategy looks like in practice? Yep, it's your podcast. A podcast isn't just more content, it's a bridge. It formalizes your message, it delivers consistent value, and it builds the kind of trust that turns casual listeners into your most loyal customers. Okay, so let's start laying the foundation. Welcome to stage one, the blueprint. Seriously, before you even think about touching a microphone, you need a crystal clear vision. Every single great show starts with a solid plan, and this is where we're going to draw ours up. Your blueprint is basically built on four main pillars. First, your core idea. What's your unique spin on things? Second, their audience. And who are you really talking to? Third, your format. Are you going to be a solo host, do interviews, or maybe have a couple of co-hosts? And finally, number four, you've got to set your goals, which brings us to a really crucial point. The legendary Peter Drucker said it perfectly. What gets measured gets managed. This is exactly why your goals are non-negotiable. If you don't define what success looks like from the very beginning, you're basically just flying blind and hoping for the best. Vague intentions are only going to give you vague results. It's time to get specific. And just look at the difference here. An activity-based goal is something like, I want to improve as a podcaster. Okay, but what does that even mean? It's like running on a treadmill with no finish line. But a result-based goal? That's saying, I want to reach the top 100 in my podcast category. See the difference? One is a wish, the other is a mission. All right, blueprint is in hand. Now it's time to grab your tools. Section 2 is all about the creation process. We're going to cut through all the confusing technical jargon and just focus on the essential gear and a simple workflow that'll bring your show to life. Let's start with the most important piece of gear, your microphone. You've basically got two main paths you can go down. For beginners, a USB mic is your best friend. You just plug it into your computer and you're ready to go. Super simple. Now, if you want more control and professional quality down the line, an XLR mic is the way to go, but it does need a little extra piece of hardware. The main takeaway here, don't overthink it, just start simple and hit record. Podcasting isn't some complex puzzle. It's just a process, a repeatable one. Your workflow is a really simple cycle. You plan your episode, you record it, you do some light editing, you publish and promote it, and then, this is key, you analyze how it did. It's a system you can master and get better at over time. And here is a game-changing tip for any busy entrepreneur: batching. Seriously, stop recording just one episode at a time. Instead, block out a single afternoon and record 3, 4, maybe even 5 episodes all at once. You will save a ton of setup time, and it keeps your energy and your content super consistent. Okay, so you've recorded your first batch of episodes. Now for the magic part, the launch. How do you actually get your show from your computer into the ears of potentially millions of listeners all around the world? Let's pull back that curtain. The engine behind this whole distribution thing is something called an RSS feed. Now, don't let the name scare you. Think of it like this. It is one single master link for your entire show. You just give this one link to platforms like Spotify and Apple, and they handle the rest. They automatically pull in all your new episodes, your show notes, your artwork, everything. You upload once, and it goes everywhere. It is literally that simple. So where is your audience actually hanging out? Well, in the US, Spotify is now the #1 platform for podcasts, officially pulling ahead of Apple. What's the big takeaway for you? You have to be everywhere. Your listeners aren't all in one place, so your show shouldn't be either. And think about when they're tuning in. Nearly half of all podcast listening happens at home. And the second biggest place? In the car. This context is absolute gold. It means you have your listeners' undivided attention during their commute or while they're doing chores. It's an incredibly personal and intimate medium. Now, your launch strategy is critical for making a big splash. Do not, I repeat, do not just release one episode. Go live with at least 3 to 5 episodes right on day one. This gives brand new listeners a backlog to binge listen to, it shows you're serious, and it gets them hooked on your show right from the start. All right, we've built the plan, we've created the content, and we've launched the show. Now for the best part, the reward. Let's talk about how to turn your podcast from a creative project into a measurable business asset that drives both growth and revenue. So, what numbers should you actually be paying attention to? Forget the vanity metrics. Focus on the stuff that actually drives your business. Downloads per episode? That shows your reach. Listener retention? That tells you if your content is actually good enough to keep people around. But most importantly, clicks and conversions from your show, that's what shows you if your podcast is having a real impact on your bottom line. And yes, your podcast can absolutely be a moneymaker. There are so many ways to do it. You've got sponsorships and ads, affiliate marketing, or maybe the most powerful one, creating a direct pipeline to sell your own products and services. You can even build a membership with premium content for your biggest fans. And this all comes back to a quote from the author John North that just captures the whole philosophy perfectly. Don't become a cog in the machine, create your own machine. Think about it. Social media platforms, they own the relationship with your audience. A podcast gives you the ownership. It is your platform on your terms. So we end right back where we started, with a question. The blueprint is right here. The tools are cheaper and easier to use than ever before. And your audience, they're out there right now, just waiting for someone to deliver the kind of value that only you can provide. The only question left is, what are you going to create?